right, that's much better. So, technical difficulties. I think because I pressed the screencast, it put me in this little circle on the bottom left corner, which made it super weird. But Maggie and I are headed to work now, so wanted to get that all set up before I headed in because I wanted to talk a little bit about what I was trying to do earlier, which did not seem to work like I had thought it would work for some reason. And I don't know why I was unable to live stream from the RC Pro controller like I have in the past. So just talking out loud and talking mostly so that I can just thinking out loud, if you will, about why it didn't work. And it's pretty cool, and I appreciate all of you that join me on these live streams, these drive streams. Keep me company a little bit while I head into the office, and listen to me talk a little bit about and interact, of course, as you see fit. Feel free to leave the chat or enter something into the chat when you feel like it. But yeah, why did it not work? So, all right, I had the live stream going on the computer. And then when I try to switch over to do a live stream from, all the parents are waiting for pickup of their kids. That's cool. But yeah, what had happened? What is going on with that? I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. So maybe he is wrong on the RC Pro. Maybe I pressed delete on one of the letters at some point, because I'm live streaming right now. I think I'm live streaming. It says live on the screen on the cell phone, which would give a notification as to me being alive. But all right, so what I need to do then is just go back into RC Pro controller and attempt to do a reconnection of the RC Pro to the internet. What's cool about the Inseego MiFi mobile hotspot that I got is it does have the ability to do a USB tether, I believe, as well as there was a Cat5 Ethernet cable port on the unit itself as well, which is good. So I can actually connect it directly to a laptop, so I don't have to Bluetooth from the computer or from the mobile hotspot to my laptop, for example. Ideally, I would just hotspot or connect to the internet directly from the RC Pro and live stream from that, just so that there's less of a, I guess, downgrading of the video resolution when it goes through, because obviously if it's recording 4K on the drone itself, sending the video image 1080p video image from the drone to the remote controller, and then that is then going via Bluetooth to the internet. Is it Bluetooth? Via Wi-Fi to the internet, and then that unit is then sending it out. So there's going to be a degradation of the video resolution, and obviously trying to decrease as much of that as possible. I mean, we're able to watch 4K movies, 4K videos on YouTube as a result of just going from 4K video on the computer, download it into the internet, because it's connected via wires, right? So to speak. But less downgrading when you go computer, upload directly into YouTube. But then when you start going Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and cell phone service, you're gonna have a degradation of video quality, that is. Which, trying to mitigate in order to provide the best possible, YouTubing experience, because you're here with me right now. I put coconut oil. My wife bought MCT coconut oil for our coffee, and what I need to do is I need to make sure the coffee is at a drinkable temperature, and then I put the coconut oil in the coffee. Because if it's put in there too hot, it's like it creates a layer of insulation on the top of the coffee. So which is great. It keeps it super hot the entire time. You know, so hot that I can't drink it like 3 hours later still. So if you put coconut oil in your coffee, then wait until it gets to a temperature that is cool enough for you to actually drink, or warm enough to drink, and not scalding hot still right out of the pot, you know. So little Llama Laura, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Yeah, just on my way to work and having doing some testing with a mobile hotspot that I got. Yep, this Maggie back there, you know. Come here, Mags. She's hiding. She's looking out of the window. Hi, Papa Dog. That's Maggie. Come here. Yeah, bruv. So Stephen Wire, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. When are you coming back into town, brother? The live stream quality and ways to connect equipment is something I've been interested in. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, me too. Clearly trying to figure it out. In fact, I just did a live stream earlier of an unboxing of a mobile hotspot. Because as you know, I do a lot of these drive streams and would like to be able to produce, you know, if you will, as high quality of a video of a live stream that I can while moving out. You know, so right now I'm just using my cell phone. I'm on 5G service. It's the Samsung Galaxy S22. It should be getting to you at 1080p because I think this front-facing camera that I'm on is only a 1080p camera and not 4K. The rear-facing camera is 4K. So if I were to switch the camera around, would it switch back? Maybe if I had started the live stream in 4K, it would keep it at 4K. Because here, take a look at my commute to the office, right? As I go on this clover leaf. Let's see here. But, and you know what? This is interesting now also, just from a different quality. Let's see. And obviously I'm driving, so I'm not paying too much attention to the chat right now, particularly now that I'm getting on the freeway and such. But how does the video quality look in comparison to the camera that you just saw? So this is the rear facing camera. This is 4K. I think it shoots at 30 frames per second. And so when it uploads to YouTube, in fact, I think it saves it in YouTube itself in the video codec H.264. I think that's also known as AV1. And the newer codec is H.265, and of course Apple has its own video codec, Apple ProRes, which is a larger file, and that is actually what my DJI Mavic 3 Pro Cine drone films in. Or it has the option of doing H.264, H.265, or Apple ProRes. And depending on the video producer that wants video, they'll tell me, hey Jason, we want an Apple ProRes, and I'll say roger that, and I'll shoot video in Apple ProRes for them and give them video that way. Much larger file, which means that it was not compressed as much, which is why it's a larger file, which allows for better resolution, higher quality video compared to H.264, compressed a lot more in comparison to H.265, but once again a larger file size. So very difficult to read the words on the road. Yeah, no kidding. It's difficult, you know, for two reasons. Like, I can't read that entire thing because I don't have my glasses on, number one, which are reading glasses. And I can't wear the reading glasses while I'm driving. Number two, the white lettering is gray. On the gray road, it does make it very hard to see. And something else that I need to do, I've been researching text-to-speech. So it reads me my YouTube stream. I think Restream is a company that I was looking at. I think it's free. And then there's, of course, the paid version of it for, I don't know what the cost is, but there's that, as well as another program, I guess, web-based program that I can download, put onto the phone, so I can get the text-to-speech. But then it also goes back to the whole idea of, I'm still going back to the idea of being able to live stream using a laptop. Basically getting a setup like the police officer cars have, where they've got their laptop in the center console there, and they can do their work when parked, of course. But having it so I can have multiple cameras, just like I do at home, the overhead camera and the A cam. In this case, I would have an A cam on me and a second camera on the road. Maybe even a third camera on Maggie, right? So you can see what she's doing, because of course she's more interesting to look at. But being able to manage all three cameras at the same time on a live stream, I would be using OBS, because that's the only program I'm really familiar with right now as far as the live streaming and the use of multiple sources for the video. Because you can have multiple cameras, specific windows, so it has a Windows capture, has a VLC capture, and yeah, figuring things out. I did see one video on how to live stream from a drone using this program called Mona Server, which is RTMPS, which stands for Real-Time Messaging Protocol Service. RTMPS, Real-Time Messaging Protocol Service System, something like that, whatever the S is, but Real-Time Messaging Protocol, RTMP, which is what I utilize from the DJI RC Pro controller to live stream. So, which I'm putting a video out on how to do as well, because I've not found one specific to the RC Pro, but basically going into the settings for the RC Pro for transmission, live stream, and inputting my stream key from YouTube into the unit itself, and it live streams directly to YouTube for me from the RC Pro. Well, interesting, because it's from the RC Pro, but it's the actual video feed, which, I don't understand why I lost the video signal when I was on top of the building at iFly. And I'm wondering if it's because I was so close to the fans. So I've got 4 350 horsepower fans on top of the building. So a total of 1,400 horsepower. These are electric motors, and they're gigantic. And I wonder if being that close to those fans is creating an electromagnetic field that's causing an interruption with my cell phone service on the roof of the building. Interesting. And maybe that's why my cell phone cut out when I was on top of the building. Because I mobile hotspot from the phone to the RC Pro controller, and then I turned on the live feed, and I had a better signal when I was inside the building from my office. I think it was 2 days ago when I did that live stream, versus versus going on the roof when it just cut out. The sunset died, if you will. I mean, it died before you could actually get the sunset, and I do want to process that video because it was actually a really cool sunset, and that was the first time that I've gotten a sunset video from the roof of the building. I flew it to 190 feet above where I was, which is 250 feet AGL, which is what I'm authorized to fly to in that area. That was all authorized and approved and coordinated with the folks at Naval Air Station Oceana, the air traffic control folks. So, this is the video quality. How is my audio? What do you guys think of the audio right now also? Because I'm not using the microphones. I'm just using the microphone from the cell phone itself. And so, I know that the regular microphone has a better quality, particularly when I move away from the phone as well. So, yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day today. 52 degrees outside. It's chilly, but I like it cold. except when it gets windy. Again, like the other day, I was actually huddled behind the wall for two reasons. It was cold. My fingers were getting cold, and I stopped flying because I just couldn't feel my fingertips anymore. I was not wearing gloves, and the wind was blowing so hard. I could feel it, my cowboy hat lifting off my head. I'm like, whoop. And it's not, I don't have what do you call it, a lanyard to go for my chin on it. Some hats do. In fact, I might actually, let's see. Nope, I don't have any holes. I only got those ventilation holes that are on the sides. But if I had a ventilation hole here or a hole right there, that would be good to make a lanyard to go around my head, my chin, for when it's windy out. In fact, not a lot of people know that, but on the naval officer combination covers, there is a gold strap that goes around the front, which is actually a chin strap. For that combination cover. So I'm at the office now. So mobile hotspot, it didn't work now I think when you're using I guess streaming software, YouTube takes a moment for it to process, and maybe it didn't like that I was using two live streaming. It didn't like, it was still processing. So processing. It was still processing the live stream, and maybe that's why I couldn't get a second live stream going. But regardless, yeah, still figuring things out. I'll read the chat later on when I get a chance to this evening, and try to answer some of your questions. Yeah, mobile hotspot, the live streaming this is my new thing, right? But thank you very much to all of you that have joined me for this quick live stream video. I appreciate you greatly. And I've got some kiddos to teach how to fly here in just a few moments. All right, until next time, YouTube, thanks for hanging out with me. Peace. And are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.